So Mike Johnson from Louisiana is our new House Speaker. What does it mean? Well, it's not great. I don't want to fearmonger, but I do want to say that after 22 days of not being able to choose a speaker, Republicans have chosen someone who, in his own quiet way, is one of the most extreme members of the Republican House. He's been described as Jim Jordan in a sports coat, which makes him sound more harmless than he actually is. Let me tell you a quick few things about him. He played a key role in trying to overturn the results of the 2020 election. He is a rabid forced birther. In fact, he has an A+ rating from Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life. He scored a 0% with the AFL-CIO on their labor union rights scorecard in 2022. He is a climate denier. He has a 2% score with the League of Conservation Voters. He is an NRA darling. He opposes pretty much all common sense gun laws, including universal background checks. He voted against allowing Medicare to negotiate lower drug prices. He voted against the Right to Contraception Act. He voted against the Consumer Fuel Price Gouging Prevention Act and the Paycheck Fairness Act, which simply would have given women equal pay for equal work. He voted against the MORE Act, which would have decriminalized cannabis. He voted against the John R. Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act because, again, he is an election denier who wants you to not have voice in our democracy. He voted against the Respect for Marriage Act. He voted against the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act. Oh, and what about the bill that would have capped the price of insulin at $35 a month? He voted against the Violence Against Women Act. Like, who does that? And also, to all our service members, he voted against the Honoring Our Pact Act. He voted against 4 of Joe Biden's massive legislative accomplishments: the CHIPS and Science Act, the Infrastructure Act, the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, and the Inflation Reduction Act. He opposed them all. But wait, there's more. He serves on the Republican Study Committee. Do you remember them? They're the ones who are working every single day to gut Medicare, Social Security, and Medicaid. I could go on because he's horrifying in a million ways, but let me just summarize with this. The Republicans had an opportunity to nominate a consensus candidate, someone that Democrats could also have gotten behind. They could have started to unify the House and Congress and our country, but they chose to go the exact opposite direction because Trump told them to. Every single Republican in the House caucus is Jim Jordan in a sports coat. That's who the party is now. If you didn't think before that our freedoms were actually all in danger, it is time to pay attention. We have massively important elections in 2 weeks in 33 states in this country. This is our chance to either tell the Republicans, oh, we're okay with that, or we're not. Let's make sure it's the latter. Help us win, make Republicans pay for this vote.